Select to Speak is a great option for students who have reading comprehension issues, for students who may have vision issues, I think concussion and shouldn't be looking at the screen, those types of things. So Select to Speak is what it sounds like. If you select text, it will speak it. So let's turn it on since we have our shortcut. If we hit here, we can turn on Select to Speak. And since we did, this little icon will show up. This is the icon for Select to Speak. So now, if we go and open up a bit of text, we can highlight that text and we can do the shortcut, which is the search S, or we can come down here, oops, that shouldn't have come on, or we can come down here, select it, and this little purple line will come up, and you select it to speak it.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness.
So what we have here is the ability to jump forwards and backwards by paragraph.
There were a king with a large jaw
and we can increase the speed. This is important for reading complexity. If you're reading for pleasure, you can go a bit faster. If you're reading for information, slow it down. So I like these tools on as it's being read. Let's turn it up a little bit.
Queen with a plain face on the throne of England. There were a king with a large jaw and a queen with a fair face on the throne of France.
So as you can see, the word that's being spoken is highlighted in blue. Some think that this increases comprehension and also over time increases reading speed. I do believe that as well. So that is what it looks like on a website, and it also works with email as well. Let's see. My search S.
Greetings. We are thrilled to welcome educators from all over New England back to the Mass CUE Fall Conference in just a few days to ensure that you get the most out of your experience.
Okay, that speed probably isn't helpful. All right, so this is Select to Speak. Now let's go a little deeper. So text to speech here, when we look under the accessibility, the full settings, we can turn on Chromebook, but I'll be honest with you, unless you have a true vision impairment, this becomes more of a distraction than a help. This will read everything on the page, including advertisements, including tabs, including the URL. So somewhat, I would say, unnecessary for the majority of our students here. Select to Speak is the one that I just identified, and again, to highlight the text you can press the search key and the S as a quick little keystroke to get you there. There are the settings for Select to Speak. The device language, what you listen to in this example, is just your default, same with the preferred voice. These I keep as default. Natural voice, you do have the option to choose different natural voices. I really think this would be more of a distraction, but you could have an English accent if you wanted to. So you can preview what those voices sound like by clicking, let's say here, and playing it.
Hi there, I'm your text-to-speech voice.
Okay, see what I mean? So let me put that back to default natural, which I think works best. As I mentioned previously, you can highlight each word as it's spoken. I think this increases focus on the reading, so I think this is a good option. Turn it on here. You can change the color here. So shade the background content. I don't like that. I feel like it's too much of a light show, if you will. It's too flickery. So this I would keep off. And the navigation controls are exactly what we discussed a second ago with the ability.
Enable navigation controls.
Ooh, I'm gonna turn that down. Okay, so but these are navigation controls. So again, if the text complexity gets more difficult, slow it down. You're again to easily can flip back the paragraph to have it reread to you. So if you feel these are distraction, you can shut these off, but I think they are good. So that's it for the Select to Speak accessibility option on the Chromebook.